Welcome to part 2 of my top 71 Mario Kart Retro Track series. In this video, we will be rating number 50 through 31, the decent tracks. Before I begin though, I would like to offer sincere condolences to the greatest video game character of all time. They disrespected this great man, this legend, once again. I'm not buying that Smash game. I totally would have bought it if Waluigi was a character too, so that's a real shame. I'm more of a Mario Kart guy anyway. But the moment they add him as a DLC character, make no mistake, I'll get the game. So anyway, on to the video. Number 50 is SNES Mario Circuit 3 from Mario Kart Wii. For a circuit track, it's pretty cool to race on, and not a bad start to the Lightning Cup at all. It's still fairly simple and straightforward, a few turns here, some straightaways there, and a couple of oil hazards. But it's a decent remake from the SNES version nonetheless. The music is cool and it stays pretty true to the original version. Number 49 is N64 Moo Moo Farm from Mario Kart DS. Another simple and straightforward track, but also another track that actually isn't that boring. It's a fairly rough terrain with lots of hills to drive up and Monty moles to dodge. It's definitely a short track, and while it's not the most memorable, it's still a pretty solid ride. The music is pretty catchy as well. Number 48 is N64 Mario Raceway from Mario Kart Wii. Here we have yet another fairly straightforward track. There is a pretty neat shortcut in the middle if you have some mushroom though, and I've always loved the pipe tunnel at the end for some reason. This is another remake that stays fairly true to the original, which is kinda a good thing, and the music is classic and catchy. Number 47 is GCN Mario Circuit from Mario Kart Wii. There sure are a lot of circuit tracks to open up this video, but they all escape the mediocre tier because they're not all that mediocre. This version has a pretty solid track design, you just gotta make sure you avoid those piranha plants at the end. I swear they've cost me a race or two. Much like the last two tracks I reviewed, the music is energetic and catchy. Number 46 is DS Cheep Cheep Beach from Mario Kart 8. Cheep Cheep Beach is a very chill track, just avoid the hazards and you'll have a nice time. The remake in HD truly is beautiful, but it's definitely not one of the more memorable tracks you'll play in Mario Kart 8. The music is very relaxing though. Number 45 is GCN Mushroom Bridge from Mario Kart DS. Yeah, it's not exactly an improvement from the Double Dash version, pretty hard to blame Nintendo for that. The music of the original was super catchy, but it just kinda sounds derpy here. The track is still engaging and fun to race on though. Just watch out for that traffic. Number 44 is N64 Sherbet Land from Mario Kart Wii. Unpopular opinion, but this track isn't that bad. Well, at least its remake in Mario Kart Wii isn't that bad, and that's what we're talking about here. To me, the ice mechanics are definitely a lot less annoying than in the original version, and the graphical improvement makes the track look a lot prettier. The music is quite pretty as well. I still say the track is a bit on the long side and the penguins are annoying, but what you gonna do? Number 43 is GBA Shy Guy Beach from Mario Kart Wii. This is another track that I feel is pretty unpopular, yet I don't seem to mind that much. I think it's those crabs that are the culprit. Yeah, they can be pretty annoying, but they're not that bad. The environment is relaxed, the music is calming, and it's just a fun little track to race on. It's really not that bad. Number 42 is DS Luigi's Mansion from Mario Kart 7. Ah, nice and spooky track. Driving through the mansion and encountering all those moving trees and stuff towards the end is pretty cool, and the music is definitely fitting for the track. It's not super memorable, but it is a solid track overall. Number 41 is N64 Koopa Beach from Mario Kart 7. This track is one of the most classic shortcuts in Mario Kart, and it's pretty hard to pull off, to be honest. In any case, this is another relaxing beach track with some classic music, and some fun ramps at the end. Think of it as a slightly better version of Shy Guy Beach, which I just reviewed. Number 40 is N64 Royal Raceway from Mario Kart 8. Here's another remake of a classic N64 track, as it's the fabulous Royal Raceway. Boy, does that epic jump in the middle of the track look good in HD. Unfortunately, this was one of the music remakes I just didn't quite care for. The original version is more catchy in my opinion. Number 39 is 3DS DK Jungle from Mario Kart 8. It's pretty similar to the Mario Kart 7 version, although the remake did use anti-gravity in a pretty cool way towards the middle. In any case, it's one of those middle-of-the-road Mario Kart tracks that isn't quite great, but is pretty solid. That could basically be said for the music. It's a nice tribute to the DK series, but nothing mind-boggling. Number 38 is SNES Mario Circuit 2 from Mario Kart 7. This track just goes above and beyond what a circuit track normally does. Sure, it has that simplistic circuit track feel to it, but the turns were super fun. It's just a very well designed track. And the jump towards the end, that always gets me for some reason. And I think Mario Kart 7 did a great version of staying true to that original 16-bit music, as the remake here is basically a higher quality version of the original. Number 37 is GCN Sherbet Land from Mario Kart 8. I've gradually grown a soft spot for this track. I used to not really like it at all. But I played the Double Dash version and I realized that this was a significant improvement. The ice mechanics are less annoying, the shortcuts are pretty cool, and the track just looks really beautiful. The music is nice as well. Number 36 is GCN Yoshi Circuit from Mario Kart DS. The remake from Mario Kart 8 is a bit better, and we might just be getting to that in the next video. But that's not to discount the DS version, which still made a solid version of this track for being less graphically advanced. Now all we need is a Waluigi circuit. Number 35 is GCN Dino Dino Jungle from Mario Kart 7. This track is definitely a lot like DK Jungle, only there's dinosaurs this time. It's pretty interesting when they poke their heads out. That, the short bridges, and the random water spurts really make this track memorable. It is that fairly famous music that you could associate with DK Jungle, since it's the same thing. Number 34 is DS Peach Gardens from Mario Kart Wii. Pretty solid remake of a pretty solid track. Hey, they kept the item box chain chops, isn't that just lovely? It's still definitely one of the more interestingly designed Mario Kart tracks, with big square areas and the bushes and grass as obstacles. The music is relaxing and it's certainly unique, like this track. Number 33 is Wee Moo Moo Meadows from Mario Kart 8. Okay, the graphical improvement is incredible, and the music certainly sounds more beautiful. But my inner nostalgia for the Wii version makes me like the music there more for some reason. Anyway, the track itself is fairly simple. Avoid the cows and you should be good. But it's a fun track nonetheless, and I was glad to see it come back. Number 32 is Wii Wario's Gold Mine from Mario Kart 8. Gotta give Nintendo props for not only making this track I once hated tolerable, they actually made it enjoyable. The graphics are a lot better than the depressing looking scenery in the original version. The music is cooler too. Most importantly, the minecarts are your friends now, not your enemy. Number 31 is GBA Bowser Castle 3 from Mario Kart Wii. In Super Circuit, Bowser Castle 3 is much more intricate than Bowser Castles 1 and 2, and the same can be said for its retro remakes. Bowser Castle 3 looks great in this remake, and it is truly a fun track as well. There's a lot of jumps, turns, swamps. The music remake is solid, and while it's a long track, I certainly don't think it's too long.